Is er een geest in deze kamer bij ons?
Bloody battles, poverty and medieval torture awaits the most haunted team in the Netherlands. Hello and welcome to Most Haunted. This remote castle has been many things in its history. It's had its fair share of bloodshed and pain, and supposedly many ghosts roam here. That's why we decided to come and investigate Kasteel Ammersoyen in Holland. Built in 1350, this building has passed through the hands of many families. Sometimes inherited, it was on other occasions fought for. Many of its battle scars have resulted from warring Dutch families, as well as Spanish and French occupation. A deadly fire in 1590 left the grieving Van Arkel family in near financial ruin, and with no option but to leave the building partially repaired. Since 1873, Ammersoyen acted as a convent, village hall and even a factory until its purchased by a castle trust in 1957, when it was finally restored to its original splendour.
This is a fine example of a medieval Dutch castle. There have been sieges laid to it, plague, death, murder and intrigue. And the amazing thing about not only the Dutch but many Europeans is that they just don't seem to accept that there are such things as ghosts. And to be quite honest with you, we're here to prove them wrong. They do admit to at least 2 ghosts actually haunting this place, which for us is a damn good start.
The sheer beauty of this castle hides its sheer terror, as many of its victims met their end down here. For the smallest crime, a person would be dropped through the hatch and into the cellar, where they would either be tortured or left on their own to die. So it's no wonder that dark shapes and strange groaning noises are heard on many a dark night.
There are people or ghosts here. I experienced it myself for once when I was alone in the cellar, just on one place. And then I had a visitor on my left shoulder, and when I want to look at it, him, it goes with me. So it doesn't show really, but it's turning like this. And when I go further into the cellar, then it's gone.
Since his death down here in the cellar, the ghost of a vicar has been seen floating across the floor many times.
For some strange reason, in 1873, Arthur de Velmont, who owned the castle, gambled his property away to a Catholic priest, and it was taken over by the church. The place became a convent and had nuns in it until 1946. Whether there's a connection with the priest that haunts the place and either the nunnery or that gambling debt, nobody knows.
It is said that a ghost nicknamed the Blue Lady haunts the whole of this castle, but it's in this tower room that she's been seen more than anywhere else. Her form has been seen by many people, and employees feel sick just standing in some of the rooms.
The ex-manager, he always felt the presence of a blue lady in certain rooms of the castle. One night he slept in front of the fireplace here. When the whole area was evacuated, he didn't want to leave the castle. For all the days he was here, he felt that there was someone with him, and which was a very pleasant person. And he thinks that might be the lady in blue.
A former lord of the castle died here during a fire, and since then his ghost has been seen roaming around the whole of the building, along with many other victims. Strange feelings and dark shadows have also been witnessed along dimly lit corridors and rooms. So why do these entities haunt this castle? We have 24 hours to find out.
Parapsychologist Kieran O'Keefe has joined the rest of the Most Haunted team on our second investigation in the Netherlands.
So Kieran, what are you expecting tonight in this particular castle?
The eyewitness accounts in this castle have focused more on apparitions and a sense of presence. So hopefully, with all the cameras around, we will capture some sort of apparitional phenomena in the same way we're looking to get the team to report exactly the sort of feelings they're going through, both on the walkarounds and also in the vigils.
Now, I've been doing a little bit of table tipping. It seems to be working incredibly well. Is there anything else that we can do, maybe tonight, maybe enhance already what we're doing?
I think sceptics might argue that you could put in further controls to make sure that no sort of fraud is being committed. However, the way that you've conducted the table tipping so far, with ensuring that you have cameras on the floor so nobody's moving with their feet, is fine. In terms of taking it slightly further, a lot of groups reporting table phenomena have also reported knocks on the table. So perhaps in questioning, when you're sitting around the table, you can encourage the spirit to communicate via knocks, perhaps placing some objects from the castle on the table.
So which out of the locations that you've already seen do you think that most people will be fearful in?
I think most people will be fearful in the dungeon. That's certainly where a lot of people have had unusual experiences, and also, given its history, the association with death and torture, that suggestion is going to raise anxiety levels, and people are going to be quite frightened down there.
As part of the investigation, Kieran will conduct several experiments to monitor for paranormal activity. Medium Derek Akora has also been invited to join us in the Netherlands, arriving at this remote location just before filming commenced. With all the crew eager to see what the night would bring, it was time for the Most Haunted team to investigate Kasteel, Ammersoyen.
I'm getting, the only way I can describe it, I'm getting two things coming from the atmosphere, coming from the ether here, and they seem to be intermingling with each other, and I don't really know what it means, but I'll tell you what my impressions are. It seems as if I got, for some reason, a Spanish atmosphere or influence, and then it transports, for some reason, as crazy as it may sound, to like a French atmosphere. So I feel at some time something has happened here where there's been, I know it's a castle, but I feel there's been a lot of fighting going on and a lot of people being huddled together and pushed together. Incarceration, it's as simple as that. And I feel a lot of misery and a lot of unhappiness and a lot of howling and screaming. And I also feel you know, nasty things happening to some of these souls.
What sort of things?
I feel that there's been, without a doubt, there's been a torture, because that's thick and fast. Now, it's not just housed down here, Evie. It goes up.
Right.
For some reason. It goes up from this chamber. And I've got someone who comes down here. It's a spirit person, a spirit man. And he's very, very strong when he's down here for some reason. Very strong. I'm going to copy exactly what my guide Sam said. And he said, Joris comes down here. Joris. Joris. And he died because of the result of the great flames engulfed in this castle.
So he died in a fire?
Yes. Okay. And he walks around still to this day. And he not just here, but he causes a lot of disturbance throughout the castle. Yes. He keeps on saying Van. Go on, more please. Van Arkel. Van Arkel.
Okay.
Van Arkel. Lord Joris, Van Arkel.